But look, the reality is an untrustworthy advisor is merely just that, an untrustworthy advisor. It doesn't define it whether or not they're crooks or not, which is a silly piece of terminology. Because people can be, not liquidators or lawyers and still be very good advisors as to what they're doing.
So why do you think they get people in the room before they come and see us?
Look, I've always
What are they selling?
I reckon they're selling trust. But we've had this argument before.
Well, no, I don't think they're selling trust at all. I think they're selling hope, because people go to them and because they're hoping that they'll be able to get out of the problems. They don't come to us because they know what sort of answer they're going to get from us, and ours is the hard, cold commercial reality of you're insolvent or you're not insolvent. This is what you got to do. It's hard, right?
It's going to cost you a lot of money.
Where they sell hope. We can offer you this, and guess what? Your halo will be far bigger after you walk out of our office. That's what they're selling, and you think we sell. They're not selling trust. We sell trust because we're trusted advisors. We can tell you exactly how it works. But unfortunately, you can't get trust until they understand we're going to actually give them some hope at the end of the process.
Granted so. Look, people go in there and they're blindly trusting. They don't ask the questions as to...
No, they're hoping first. Then they're trusting, all right? It's when they hand the money over that they think, we've got to trust this guy because we've just paid him 20 grand to look at us.
There is this rogue element to these advisors that, it would have been deemed to be untrustworthy advisors, but no one's actually, again, defined this terminology. And if you ask any of, the bodies, who are they? You can't get a straight answer as to who they actually are.
When you say bodies, what are you talking when you mean bodies?
Government regulators as to...
The ASIC?
ASIC,
AFSA. The thing is, what I find, Roland, is that if they go to their accountants first, the pre-insolvency advisor is cut out of the loop straight away, because most accountants go, no, don't go near them. Go and see my mate who's an insolvency advisor. I've used him before. He'll give you the good oil where you sit.
Well, my concern with that is I disagree with you completely.
You've had a different...
I've had the accountants, and literally I went to see a friend of mine whose mother was in some financial problems, and obviously I have a conflict there, so I was just merely listening to the problem and sending her off in another different direction. And the first thing her accountant, who was a CA, said was, there's some guys down the road, I need you to go have a talk to them first. And they were potentially, arguably...
Do you know why they do that, Roland? This has been my experience. The ones that send them to me, the stable of accountants I've got are pretty straight down the line. They play with a straight bat. And I'm not going to put disparagements on the accountants, but the accountants, particularly the pre-insolvency advisors, get facilitation fees that aren't normally offered by us because we can't do it.
We can't do it.
So if you get to the bottom of it, you'll find that the facilitation fees play a pretty big role sometimes.